I've been doing daily walks, but it is making my calves tight and sore. What should I do? So any kind of new exercise that you're doing, or if you're doing it a lot more, obviously with the lockdown, a lot of people are going out for walks more than they would their usual exercise. You are going to have some added soreness. Your body will naturally get used to that. So don't worry too much about that. The body will adapt to it. Just try and do some stretches afterwards. So just get some static calf stretches. You can do this on the bottom of the step, or you can do it up a wall, or you can do it stood up. So you just want to place one foot in front, lift the toes, pop the pressure on that thigh. Just really think about pulling those toes up towards the knee. You should feel that nice stretch down there. Again, you can pop that foot on a step or on something that's slightly lifted. Push the heel down. You get a very similar stretch that way as well.
Will cycling build muscle in my legs? The answer is a kind of a convoluted one. You can build muscle in your legs by cycling if you're not acclimated to it and you start going out on these long rides. There is the potential for hypertrophy there, but is it the best way of attaining the means of hypertrophy in your legs if that's what you're after? Maybe not. But as a means, without any equipment, if you want a bit of variety in your life and you want a bit of conditioning and work capacity work, then by all means, get out on your bike and you might grow some legs from it.
Would weighted carries or walks be useful to keep me in shape as I have no access to equipment? Yes, in short, add them into your training. If your goal is any form of strength, then weighted carries have got to be in there. Like the brilliant exercises, doing stuff like cradle carries with like an odd object or a sandbag, brilliant for back development and general like core development. Same with farmers walks, same with single-sided farmers walks, any sort of overhead carries. All those positions, but just doing a static hold, like they're brilliant. Like I said, they're going to help develop your upper back. They're going to help develop just your core and your general grip as well. And if you're getting the weight right and the volume right, they are a really good conditioning piece as well. So yeah, add them in.
Should pause squats be paused at the very bottom or just above? So for me as a weightlifting coach, it always has to be paused dead in the bottom of the position. Okay, we were trying to overload the driving out of the hole. So for me, I don't really see why we'd want to try and pause, just below parallel rather than in the actual hole. I suppose if you talk to different coaches from different sporting backgrounds, there might be sort of some reasons why we would potentially pause just below parallel. But for me, for strength sports like powerlifting, weightlifting, right in the bottom of the hole as low as we can, pausing there.
Losing body fat or changing your body composition, doing bodyweight training, and what is better, intensity or volume? And really, we can kind of tie them both into each other. So obviously, I can do more volume if I'm doing a lower intensity, or I can do less volume at a higher intensity. And in essence, I could potentially burn the same amount of energy in both instances. I'm just training in different ways and different modalities. So it's really about what you individually enjoy to some extent. You can make yourself some specific goals tied into one of those. So for example, if I quite like doing 5Ks, 10Ks running, that's obviously a longer duration than a sprint. And I might say to myself, right, by the end of this quarantine period, I want to improve my 5K time. So I could set myself up a program based on improving that. And I'm going to burn a decent amount of energy whilst I'm out running. So there's no one way is better than the other. You can achieve body composition changes by training more volume, lower intensity, lower volume, higher intensity. So it's got to be down to personal preference. So I would say find which works best for you. For myself, I'm trying to improve my 3 mile time over this period of time. So in terms of any sort of body composition changes, then the energy that I'm using trying to improve that 3 mile time will come from that.